Welcome, friends, to the loading screen Monday monologue. My name is Samus009, and things may look a little different if you're watching this on YouTube, because today I'm going to be experimenting with a little bit different of a format here with the show, and we're going to be talking about games as a service today on the show, and we're going to be playing a little bit of Division 2 as we do that. And then after I get done with this little part of the show, we are going to live stream. So that should be fun. So it'll be like, you know, the show after the show, I guess, if you will. And we're just gonna jump into it. Sorry, my wife was texting me there, and we're going to start the clock now. So, games as a service. Let me get some water down there. Games as a service started, you know, many years ago, and you know, it was mainly back for like World of Warcraft and, you know, EverQuest, things like that required a monthly subscription, and that's kind of where it started, and it's obviously grown since then, and it is more commonly associated with, you know, free-to-play games, or, you know, games that follow a season pass model that, you know, you may have to pay $60 for this upfront price, but then the live service model is to continually support that title for years to come, all while, you know, asking you to pay a small fee each season for the new content. At least that's how it works in my brain. It's really kind of frustrating for me to see the industry go in that direction, because I feel like there's a lot to be said for saying, this is the game that I made, or this is the game that, you know, I made, and I think it's worth this much amount of money. If you don't think so, you know, alright. But then I also feel like there's a lot to be said about games like this and the communities that, you know, you could potentially foster.
We want to get magic back online across the country. We need to reconnect the local system to the
because, I mean, I'm not even gonna lie, I've played my fair share of games as a service. I have some extremely fond memories of playing Destiny with the squad. You know, figuring out the Vault of Glass raid, Crota's End, the Son of Oryx, like all of that when Destiny 1 was just awesome. Like, I absolutely loved it. But even still, at that point in Destiny's history, I guess, if you will, I still didn't necessarily consider that a game as service, even though it probably technically was. It just had bigger, you know, DLC things, and it came with bigger chunks. But the further and further, you know, it went in the years with Destiny, you did start seeing a lot of that games as a service model start to roll out. Activision, you know, I don't know how much they had a hand in it. Honestly, I can't say one way or another, but I do know that at some point I took a small break from Destiny, and when I came back it was quite a bit different. And then, you know, I played Forsaken, got back into it, got some of the raids done. The Last Wish was fantastic. It's a very well thought out, multi-layered, you know, complex raid. Excuse me. A little frog in my throat there. But then, with this newest one, Destiny 2 Forsaken, maybe. I don't even know what it is. I forgot what it was. You know, you had these $10 seasons and had a battle pass, and you know, this game that I really enjoyed starting to look more and more like Fortnite in its model. And yes, I understand that is to help cover some of the expense now that Activision is not lost, but now that Activision is gone. But I don't necessarily feel like that's either. But that's just me. You know, I'm wrong quite a bit. So, if you actually like the way the current Destiny model is, you know, sound off in those comments down below. Let me know. I would really like to know what you guys think. Another game that I guess is really kind of adopting that games as a service model is Call of Duty. I honestly haven't played a Call of Duty in a long time, except, like, yes, I have this new Modern Warfare, for those of you who have seen some of my other streams. But that's the first Call of Duty I had got in a long time. Truly the first Call of Duty I actually have sunk my teeth into since Ghost, if that says anything. I have some of the other Call of Duties, but like, I didn't really play them like I did this one in Ghost so far. But even it's like, I don't know, like, I don't necessarily hate its model because I knew going into it what it was. Like, I knew going into it I was gonna pay $60, gonna get a whole bunch of free stuff, and I knew if I wanted to get some other stuff I was gonna have to pay $10 for the season. And like, the argument that I guess could be said in favor of games as a service is, you know, you pay this $60 chunk in November, and it's gonna be supported with content for at least a year, if not more, depending on if they want to make another Call of Duty or not, or just keep on supporting the one that they have. And you can basically choose whether or not you want to participate in that season's activities. Like, you can play it either way, but you can basically spend $10 if you know, if you want the other stuff. And if none of it looks interesting, or if you have other games you really want to play, probably not going to be worth it for you to, you know, pay for the money. So that's the only thing that I can think, you know. Ah! Some of this is getting out of hand. We are actually playing The Division right now, which could be said is a games as a service. It follows, you know, it doesn't have any battle passes yet. I think that's actually going to be introduced next, with this next update. I keep on looking at my PlayStation camera like it's on. It's not on. I think there's going to be, for the next season, like on March, like next Tuesday, I guess is the next update, whenever you get to go back to New York. Also, don't forget to try some of your Lick Soda. Lick Soda. For Division agents everywhere. Wonder if anybody in my squad is just like going off the walls just because I'm just talking non-stop. They're just like, shut up, we get it. I am somebody who has actually kind of slowly started to move away from some of these games. I really am getting back into the Division again, but on the same flip of the coin, I went ahead and deleted Destiny off my system. So I'm probably gonna be over Destiny, and this will be my new games as service for the year. Because like, that's the other thing too, is like I'll still play Call of Duty, you know, casually when I just want to have a first-person shooter experience. I've also been having, oddly enough, but like when it comes to games as service, you can really only play one at a time. You know, you can really only have one, you know, vie for your attention at once. Like, because a lot of the stuff is too intense, too time consuming and too time intensive to play more than one. You're down, you're down, you're down. Oh. Ba-ba-ba-da-ba, you're dead. Da-da-da-da-da.
Just gotta find a transmitter to boost the signal.
I am almost dead too. But now I'm not, 'cause I took a health pack. All in all, I really don't necessarily see games as service as a bad thing. I really just think players need to manage their expectations of what that truly means. And I guess, ultimately too, like, I don't think all games as a service should necessarily be free. Do I think that if they're going to continually churn out annual Call of Duties year in and year out, like every single year, do I think they should probably drop their price by half if they're going to continue this games as a service model? You betcha. I think that some of these game companies that do this, you know, some of them are finally starting to get it. Like The Division. There was this, you know, $60 for this whole year one of The Division 2, and now there's an entire year 2 of The Division, but the entry-level price is only $30. That's kind of nice. So it's not like we're gonna have to be paying an entire, you know, big chunk of $60. And if I know anything about The Division, we will likely get some stuff in this update for free. Not all of it. You know. That's the other scummy thing about games as service, is there's all these buzzwords. It's like, you know, get this free, get access to this, and ultimately, like, you know, anything they give you for free isn't going to be better than what you can earn or what you can buy. You know what I mean? Like, they're truly going to save the best stuff for what they want you to buy, if we're being for real. You know, it just really has to go into, you know, managing your expectations of what everything is, and what you are willing to pay for, basically. Me personally, I personally don't like to play free-to-play online multiplayer games. Like Fortnite, for example. That is not a game that I prefer. I understand it caters to an entire demographic of people and an entire group of gamers that, you know, can't necessarily afford to go out and drop $60 on a game like The Division or Destiny, or, you know, pay to have a monthly subscription for a game like Final Fantasy XIV Online, which is another game that is actually, by golly, a true game as service. You know, like, you pay monthly rate for that. Sorry, I had to get some water there. Ooh, got some gloves. But those games are just not my cup of tea. And, you know, not every game should be. It's cool that Ninja makes all this money playing a game that, you know, anybody can pick up and download for free. And, you know, that may make me sound elitist, and that's definitely not what I want it to sound like, but I don't know. I think if you think your game is worth it, you know, charge $20 for it. You know, like, I don't understand why the Battle Royale mode in Fortnite was free, but the mode that I really wanted to play, which was like the zombie wave mode, was like $20 or something. Like, I remember looking at that, thinking that, like, me and all my friends would love to play that, and nope, it was only the Battle Royale mode.
An agent has reconnected.
There's two people that say InfoBear86. Well, if nobody's gonna go get this thing, I guess I'm at it. Let's go, InfoBear. Let's go, InfoBear.
That's it.
What, InfoBear? Wave your hands up in the air. Wave your hands in the air like InfoBear. If you don't care, I don't care, motherfucker. So once again, we're playing my preferred games as a service. The Division 2. I say my preferred. I played Destiny 2 for a long time. Well, Destiny and Destiny 1. Destiny and Destiny 2 for a long time. But I don't know. With the way Destiny's model was going, it was just not for me. And so I just hung it up. And I've also been slowly starting to play a lot more single player games. I was getting back into the BioShock series, which are all single player games. I'm gonna attempt to platinum not Days Gone. I'm gonna attempt to beat a whole bunch of games, and a lot of them are single player games. You know, a few of them are on the Switch. A few of them are here on the PlayStation that I have my backlog. I feel like it's all doable.
Another agent is now in your group.
But yeah, let me sound off in the comments. Let me know what games you guys like to play, whether they're single player, games as a service. Let me know what games as a service, you know, what does it mean to you guys? You know, what do you consider a games as a service? You know, I mean, like, there's something that can be said, honestly, is that the most recent Assassin's Creed, with its 2 full years of content, you know, being doled out, and there's not going to be another Assassin's Creed, and it had all those suits and armor and all sorts of stuff like that that you can buy. You know, is that games as a service? Was it? We're reviving a buddy. We're reviving a buddy. Oh man, let's get it. This is the daily hard mission. Hard mission. And we're just jumping around. One of the reasons I like The Division is because the shooting is just really tight. Tight, tight, tight! Punk. Right now, my character's just really OP. I say it is, it's not really. I mean, I guess for the hard missions it is. Just want to say also what a pleasure it has been doing this show for the past few weeks. I have thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm just going to yeah, we're just gonna finish this mission out. Just kind of talk about some random stuff, and then after this mission, we're gonna cut this video and flip it back to the after show live. That's the new format that we got going on. I'm kind of excited to try this out. And so you're gonna get a live video, and then you'll get a more clean video that just probably has a little more audio, as far as, you know, talking about a topic and my thoughts on a topic. And that way the live video can kind of be more silly and not necessarily have to be bound by this whole talking thing, you know. Yeesh. So I heard the new Sonic movie is really good. Have any of you guys out there that are listening to this or watching this seen it? It'd be really cool if you've at least made it this far in the video to where somebody can answer that. It would really be impressive. Be like, oh snap, somebody actually watched my video for like almost half an hour. How badass is that? That would be greatly appreciative, and I'd probably give you a shout out. I've heard it's really good. I want to see it. I'm pretty excited. I'm also gonna be starting to work on a Dark Souls / Bloodborne inspired sleeve, and I'm meeting with an artist tomorrow. Is going to help finish Oh, and he's down. Holy moly.
Vital signs
Eh.
critical.
Blew myself up.
Agent down.
Cool. Thanks. Thanks, Info Bear. Gotta drop some heals for myself. Tree, if you also make it this far in the podcast, Xbox released a statement saying that everything you bought on the Xbox One is going to be upgraded for the One X. And so that's pretty cool. So I really hope Sony listens to that. That'd be really sweet. Oh, so that's what gamers want.
Assistance needed.
Ah, I went down again.
Agent incapacitated.
I'm not concentrating. I'm debilitated. Come over here and get me medicated, please. I'm on my knees begging. Before I go to heaven, don't let me die, my guy. Thanks. Thanks. And I'm getting the revive. Not with a hive, but from a buddy. And you're gone. Hello? You're gone. And that should be mission over. Oh, we gotta go back and turn this thing on. Well, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this a little bit of abbreviated show. I just really kind of wanted to get my thoughts about it kind of out there. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what games you guys play when it comes to games as a service. You know, is there anything you like about it? Is there anything you don't like about it? You know, that's what I'm trying to do here on YouTube and on my Instagram, is just harbor this community where we can all hang out and talk together, and it should be fun. And I'm really looking forward to chatting with you guys. So let me know if you like this video. Please give it a thumbs up, share, hit the bell, do the comment thing, and tune in for the after show, the live after show, starting now.